Close your eyes for a moment and listen to the rhythm of your own breathing. Can you hear it? Beyond the hum of the refrigerator, the distant roll of traffic, and the notification pings of a world that never sleeps, there is a pulse that belongs only to you. The weekend is almost here. It arrives like a silent tide, pulling back the curtain on the performance of your professional and social life, leaving you standing on the shore of your own time. And now the question that haunts the modern soul arises, and you? What will you do with this gift of ours? Think about the weight of the week you carry in your shoulders, the deadlines, the forced smiles, the small talk that felt like chewing on dry sand. Now imagine a different path. Will you prioritize your mental health and relax? Will you finally allow the armor to drop? Imagine the steam rising from a cup of coffee held in both hands. Not a coffee gulped down between meetings, but a coffee had in peace. A peace so thick you can almost touch it. You watch the swirl of the cream, the light hitting the ceramic, and for the first time in days you are not thinking about the next hour. You are simply there. We often forget that the most important relationship we will ever have is the one we have with ourselves. There is a profound necessity in looking inward, in identifying the things that bring us genuine peace of mind. For some, it is the silence of a morning. For others, it is the rhythm of a creative hobby. It is not just a luxury to care for yourself. It is a fundamental duty. If you do not tend to your own garden, you will eventually have nothing to offer the world but dry leaves. Will you watch that movie you've been wanting to see for so long? The one you saved in your list months ago? The one that promised to make you feel something real, but you were always too tired to start? Picture yourself sinking into the cushions of your sofa, the room dark, the only light coming from the screen, letting a story that isn't yours wash over you until it touches a part of you that has been dormant. Or perhaps your soul yearns for the dirt. To tend to your garden, to feel the cool earth beneath your fingernails, reminding you that growth is slow and silent and cannot be rushed by a corporate calendar. Maybe it's the simple, uncomplicated love of your cat or dog. To sit on the floor and realize that to them, you are not your job title or your bank account. You are their entire world, a source of warmth and safety. Think of the luxury of a relaxing bath, the water carrying away the literal and figurative grime of the week, or the ultimate rebellion against a productivity-obsessed society, staying in your pajamas all day. Not because you are lazy, but because you are reclaiming your body from the world's demands. This is the sanctuary of the self. But then the shadow falls, the vibration of your phone on the nightstand, an invitation, a notification, a request, masquerading as a social opportunity. Will you accept that invitation to go out with people you don't even like that much, just to meet other people's expectations? We have all been there, standing in a loud room, holding a drink we don't want, nodding at a story we don't care about, while a voice inside us screams for the exit. We do it because we fear the judgment of the no. We fear being labeled as antisocial or difficult, or no fun. But at what cost? Every yes spoken to please someone else is a no shouted at your own soul. There is a dangerous habit we fall into, the habit of meeting everyone else's needs before our own. We think being good means being available 24/7. But look at the cost of that availability. Will you choose to visit that person out of obligation? That relative or acquaintance who leaves you feeling drained, whose presence is a chore you tick off a list to avoid guilt? Guilt is a heavy luggage to carry into a weekend, meant for lightness. And what about the requests that go beyond our time? What about our resources? Think of the times you've been asked for a favor that stretched you too thin, perhaps even a request for money that you knew you couldn't really spare. Will you lend that money, knowing it will cause you stress and lack later, just because you are afraid to say no? Setting a boundary isn't a lack of love for others. It is a profound act of love for yourself. It is acknowledging that you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you give away your peace of mind or your financial security just to keep up appearances or satisfy someone else's lack of planning, you are sacrificing your own stability. Will you spend your precious time running around shopping, fighting crowds and traffic to buy a gift for that friend's birthday who insists you go to her party, even though you know the room will be full of boring people? You know the scene, the forced laughter, the competitive anecdotes, the hollow compliments. You are spending your life currency, time, to buy a gift for someone who doesn't truly know you, to attend an event that will leave you more exhausted than a Monday morning. Each of these questions was just an example of things you can choose to do for yourself, things that give you pleasure and an opportunity for you to reflect on whether you are doing more for yourself than for others. We live in a world that treats our time like a public resource, but it is a private treasure. If these examples don't appeal to you, if you don't care for gardens or coffee or movies, then replace them with the ones that are important to you. Perhaps your peace is found in a long run where your lungs burn and your mind clears. Perhaps it's in a sketchbook or a video game or simply staring at the clouds until you remember how small our problems are in the face of the sky. Look within yourself for the necessary answers. The world will tell you that you are missing out. It will whisper the word FOMO into your ear like a curse. But there is a greater joy, JOMO, the joy of missing out, the joy of being exactly where you want to be, doing exactly what nourishes you without the need for an audience or approval. True maturity is the realization that you are the architect of your own joy. You are not a secondary character in someone else's weekend. You are the protagonist of your life. When you choose yourself, you aren't being selfish. You are being responsible. You are refilling the well so that when you do choose to give to others, you are giving from abundance, not from a place of resentment and depletion. You have the right to say, I can't right now. You have the right to keep your peace, your money, and your time for the person who needs it most, you. As the sun sets on this Friday, let the expectations of others fall away like autumn leaves. They were never yours to carry. The air is cooler now, the night is approaching, and the house is quiet. This is your time. This is your life. And in this moment, you are enough. You don't need to be anywhere else. You don't need to be anyone else. May your weekend be a mirror that reflects the beauty of your own spirit back to you. May you find the courage to say no to the hollow, so you can say a thunderous yes to the meaningful. Sleep deeply, breathe slowly, and remember that you are loved most of all by the person who sees you in the mirror every single morning. Be kind to that person. They have been through a lot this week. If you love this story and want to hear more like it, please hit that subscribe button. It truly means the world to us and helps us grow. And hey, while you're at it, let's aim for 50 likes on this video. Help us smash that goal.